Okay, guys, we are back now. We are back of the restart. I just stopped it for a second, restarting it. That way it won't mix and match anything. So now let's watch the Vortex tournament. So I guess it's preparing the stream. Watch. This is an ad.
Recently to include
there we go, guys.
So
let's fix this right like
it's
this.
It's not really paying
Close
off.
this up.
With such a high percent on him, Rice is kind of struggling to catch up to this dominant game.
I mean, as you were saying, Robo, Rice struggling so much already on last stock here, and you can see the Nate just not really able to showcase what the character can do just yet. As
there we go. I think we got it back up and running, guys.
Absolutely running away with this. It's just aerial on aerial on aerial, hit after hit, percent after percent.
Setting up the nice spikes on the ground again, but it just doesn't
we're back.
do much. It looks like Garf knows the counterplays to hit them, and it's just... I don't even know what to say here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now the big question is, does Rice know what to go for here? Because there's just so much of Garf's onslaught, and it seems like there's no real answer just yet. Terra is just continuing to throw out moves, but there we go. Final stock, and you get that stage transformation in as well, as Rice still showing some signs of life, not just going to be bowing out.
As expected, but oh wow, that offstage projectile almost catches Rice, but he did not have enough meter to make it back on stage. Garf takes the first game of the set.
Yeah, Garf going to be able to take game number 1 in a relatively dominant fashion. The Terra, as we've seen, hasn't really been shown on stream so much in recent times. And Garf's showing off,
there
saying,
we
hey,
go.
You know what? Maybe we should be playing this.
Wait, Robo Shy Guy's one of the commentators?
Sauce. But either way,
actually, Robo Shy Guy was the character who made the Germa character, which is crazy.
Those super extended blast
if you look at it on paper,
doesn't have those non-standard platform heights, so instead just going to be your very standard tri-plat, going to be looking to utilize as much movement as possible.
Let's get into the round. No character switches here. We're sticking with our mains.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, Rice was on the back foot for a lot of game number 1, but at the very least managed to get back into the swing of things towards the very end of it. So I do like that Rice is sticking with the Nate here.
It seems he's been able to get a pretty good lead at the start of this, but Garf has just been turning it around with some clever spacing, some good projectile play, but
I don't remember him doing. Honestly, this character, I don't remember doing all this extra stuff.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Like, I remember some of this stuff, but not all this stuff, to be real with you.
Clever platform play that he didn't necessarily have the last game.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly why you choose a stage like Ether High, like Tower of Heaven, right? When you have so much usage of those platforms, you can get all that damage until those stray strong attacks are going to eventually kill. And Rice already looking so much better in game 2 than we saw in game number 1.
I haven't done Nate.
Garf there with the parry, gonna be able to get back into the swing of things, and this is the reason why.
Let me check. I'm gonna check. I don't. Have I not done Nate?
Is still something that you have.
I could have swore I may have done it. Like, I remember seeing him.
Is what I'd be saying if Rice wasn't on the verge of a 3-stock.
I was not expecting that strong to kill, but it was a very nice confirm from the stunning projectile. Will Garf be able to make this stock loss up? It's not.
I did do Nate. According to this, I did Nate 2 years ago.
It seems like Rice, after losing game
way back,
completely turned things around and said, all right, you know what? I need to lock in. Locktober might be over.
I did do Nate. Now, the real question is, did Nate have the same animations I did years ago?
Right now,
that's the part I don't know. Because I did do them. It said I did them in 2021, so 3 years ago I did apparently. So this is early me.
Is going to be going down here, but Garf right now still struggling a little.
looks like Garf is managing to find a little bit of tempo. Rice has been struggling to get back into
But
the
here's
swing of
the interesting
things,
thing about him.
it's still a long way to
The
go.
spikes on the ground. I don't think I did any of that in the video though.
As I said, those kind of stray pokes.
I think the spikes on the ground are kind of new.
Those
to be real, I think the spikes on the ground are kind of new.
the spikes will just turn the fate.
Because the spikes on the ground wasn't something that was there before.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, by the way, thank you for the donations
today,
today, by the way.
Literally everything in the kitchen sink just thrown directly at Garf there, and going to be able to even up that game count, taking us to game number 3 here. And now that it's Garf's counter pick, we are going to be going over to Spirit Tree. A very, very close blast on stage, extremely volatile between these two players, between these two characters. A single one of these strings that we've seen from Garf could turn into an immediate kill.
That was actually some nice ball usage, summoning it from below to catch Garf off guard.
Actually, you know what?
I'm actually expecting that.
You know what I didn't check?
Play into the favor of
I want to check this out in the background though. I haven't checked out
kill options are
what place I technically got in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen earlier
Let me
right,
see.
with Terra's up strong has the ability to
So
kill
now that I'm
off
knocked
the top.
out,
We've
what
seen
place did I
with
technically
the
get?
block strongs from the Nate as well. Very, very powerful for killing off the top. So a stage like this that is so close to those top blast zones just prioritizes exactly what these characters want.
It does look like, ooh, yeah, very difficult time to get back on. Whoa!
Oh, wow, what a catch from Garf there. Gonna be able to take stock number 1, and we've seen that the momentum always runs away after stock 1.
That's very true. Wow, these strings are simply incredible. It does look like Rice is trying to find their footing with the ball play, but it seems very difficult with the demanding projectile play Garf has been using.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a lot of these multi-hits into a hit fall, but right now, Garf, once again, gonna be able to get something started here. 94% on Rice and counting, as Garf still is yet to lose.
So I came in 100. I came in 49th
stage,
place.
Should be able to recover.
Out of 100.
And the question is, who gets that stock? It is gonna be Rice with the win out on that trade.
That's right, the back air would do it right there. One of Nate's better kill options, but knowing this character, he has a multitude of those, so...
Yeah, I mean, right now, as we can see, the Terra still putting out more and more of these aerials. We already saw one of those up airs take the Nate right off the top there. But Garf, right now, struggling to actually get in as Rice is playing keep away.
Oh, and suddenly Rice is in the lead. He's been using what I describe as like huge momentum boosts from his specials to just catch Garf in the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, so many of these specials coming in from Rice have been great at the set play.
Give me one second, I'm trying to fix
the
something.
keep away, a trapper character archetype here. As Garf just gonna continue to run in with these multi-hits, with these strings, and try and hope for the best here. But right now, at 87% and off stage on Spirit Tree, this could be a kill.
We might be seeing some...
There we go. So I can't see the chat
sure
yet, so I gotta bring it
what Rice
back
might
up.
be thinking right now is I need to set up
There we go.
some big projectile to catch Garf on the recovery, and that kind of strong rage will take the game.
Yeah, and just like that, Garf not able to recover to a safe position, as Rice is just going to take that one straight to the bank with the strong to take Garf right off the top on their own counter pick.
That was
That
a
will
great
do.
set.
I believe they are still best of 3 right now. So
Yeah, I'm looking at the video now.
sets
I
it
didn't
for
do.
that series.
When I made the video, I didn't do anything on the
Next game. Sorry for putting off the Shimmer set, but we do have the correct replays now.
It's all right. You know, we gotta, as long as we get the right ones, that's the important thing here. But also, I gotta say, right, Rice managing to lock in immediately after that game number 1 is absolutely crazy. Just, we saw how strong Garf was immediately, and Rice still managed to say, all right, you know what, that happens. It was a fluke. I am going to still win this set, and just gets right back into things. And in the meantime, we are having Shimmer versus Slim Sanity, sporting two completely different characters.
Right, we're going to be seeing Shimmer running, despite being the developer of Nate, they are not starting with them. They're starting with Desperado, and it looks like Slim Sanity is going to be running Roland from Library of Runa.
Oh.
Kind of both polarizing characters in completely different ways. Let's get into the round. So Desperado is definitely more of a projectile-heavy character while being a pretty light, while Roland is more of a Marth-like character with an upgrade system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, right now you can see the sortie moves are the tried, the true, the classic, right? You just wall out your opponent with these aerials, and you should be able to put yourself in a good enough position here. But both of these players just kind of feeling each other out right now.
Yeah, not exactly getting much value out of those big Desperado shots. I'm not sure what their exact names are. Ooh, very unfortunate.
Wait, who is that character?
Shimmer just couldn't really.
I don't think I did a video on that character.
The stage, which left them completely.
Oh, that's Rolando. I did do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't tell because
like
color
that,
scheme. I definitely know who that character
the
is.
Charged F strong is really all you do need to actually take out the stock there. Shimmer right now struggling to get back onto stage, struggling to get.
I did do Rolando. Most watched video I have at this point. Now, I think it's at like 60,000 views or something like that.
Running away with this lead, one backer not going to do it just yet.
Ooh, but one F strong on the recovery will. And so we're back to neutral. As usual.
Yeah, I mean, back to neutral. If at first you don't succeed, you got to try again. And that's exactly how these neutral interactions work out, right? Both of these players say, all right, I'm going to get my 1-2 hit, my 1-2 piece, and looking for the edge guard right now. Slim Sanity not quite going to be able to get it.
Desperado Rolando? That is a good name. That is a good name.
Oh, the kidnapper combo? A very classic combo on Desperado is that they have a down air that swings an opponent upwards, which leads directly into an up special. I call it the kidnapper combo.
Oh lord. Yeah, but right now, Shimmer not
that
going to be doing
for the
any
combo
kidnapping, instead just going straight to hell after that DI.
Kidnapper combo was a wild
name.
name
It's still just going to be aerials
say.
on aerials from Nolan here.
I wonder if he's going to pull off the instant kill with this character in the tournament.
Oh, but a charged F strong will take the stock right there. It's kind of an even game, I'd say. Shimmer has a lot of bullets stored up, so we may see a really nicely played mid-range combo like that, I guess.
Yeah, but oh my god, a little bit of extra sauce on that up strong, but not quite going to kill just yet, and we can see Slim Sanity starting to struggle quite a bit.
I forgot he could throw his head.
Shimmer, but still very much.
It's funny when you go over so many characters, you don't think about all the other stuff that moves they do.
Is with the set play to start it off as well. And Shimmer.
Oh, if you win with your head missing, you still it still shows the picture, but no, your head's not. That's funny.
A lot of use from that head technique, but it is always very entertaining to see it used. What it does is
always super fun to see.
Desperado can shoot its bullets into its head, and it'll auto aim onto the opponent. So definitely a very fun set play-ish. What's the word? An option to use. Let's get into the second game, taking it to Spirit Tree. Looks like Slim Sanity's hoping to take advantage of some of Roland's better off-the-top kill options, which he doesn't really have.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, right, Spirit Tree is one of those stages that doesn't just have strong kill options off the top. This also has very, very close blast zones off the sides there. And, you know, at the very least in base cast, one flare from a few certain characters could turn into an immediate kill, no matter what the percent here. And this is exactly what SlimSanity is trying to make use of, trying to really get some sort of advantage from. And there's that F-Strong, not quite going to be able to connect in the same way that it did in game 1. The SlimSanity is still very much in this.
Surprise.
Oh, good read.
But
that
again,
range is crazy.
Shimmer can also take advantage of these very closed blast zones using their full screen range attack. And like as you were saying,
there's that fair I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, in the end, it is going to be even up in terms of stocks, but Shimmer still very much in control, very much in the lead. One round from the gun, not going to be able to do it. The revolver shot still not lethal, but 59% and counting is eking closer and closer towards that blast zone.
I really want to say, despite that really unfortunate first stock last game, Shimmer has been really showing their strengths with this character, as it seems like SlimSanity just can't really find their positioning that well.
Yeah, but in the end, it is just going to be a surprise hitbox out of nowhere and be able to take that stock away from SlimSanity. Still looking for more of these aerials, though. One more forward air might just kill, but back air, on the other hand, not quite going to do it just yet.
Shimmer's kind of picking up the aggression there, looking for some nice. Oh, are we going to be seeing? Wow. Okay. Shimmer went for the up top gunplay, but it kind of backfires, as I don't think SlimSanity was really high enough for that to work.
Yeah, I mean, Shimmer just kind of going for these straight-up kills, not going to be able to make use of it with that percentage just yet. But in the meantime, we're seeing SlimSanity start to run away with this, getting just barely past these strongs, barely past these kill options, but very much still landing all of these hits, evening up the percent.
Oh, using it as a stall is smart. The gunplay for a stall is really, really smart. I will definitely say that.
Look like Shimmer was kind of expecting a safe way to get back on stage, but they were out of bullets, so it's
kind of crazy when you look at it like that.
For that very, very large F-Strong.
Yeah, I mean.
So now this is what match point. Oh no, this is now in top 8, right? Pre-top 8.
First the F-Strong on.
So it's like best
try again.
3 out of 5, right? And then it's out.
The play for SlimSanity here, and now game number 3 going over to Triple Pawn. Still relatively close blast zones on the side, but the thing about Triple Pawn is that the blast zones on the side are close in terms of how easily you can access them if you're jumping off stage with your aerials. If you're just sitting on stage with the strong attacks, they're really not that close. They're relatively normalized as far as distance is concerned. But if we see these carry combos off the side with the aerials, we could see some early kills.
That's right. We are seeing a it's more neutral, I can't even lie. But
yeah,
a good game always starts with neutral. Ooh, unfortunate death.
A good game starts with neutral, but a rough game starts with an SD, as Shimmer just going to take their own stock to start things off, but right now trying to pull a persona and just turn things all around after doing so.
Does look like Shimmer's gonna need to face their fears with these gunplay, because these past couple shots have just completely whiffed, using all of their ammo, completely leaving SlimSanity to be able to equip some of their upgrades, which is something that no player wants to let Roland do.
Yeah, I mean, right now Shimmer just struggling to find this first.
Hold on, chat. I'll be right back.
For the answer, might not have enough left in the wallet to pay for that one, but right now still dropping that. Not quite yet dropping that stock, but getting very, very close here. SlimSanity sweeping back onto stage here, as Shimmer still on the back foot.
It does look like Shimmer's gonna be That was I was about to say catching Sanity's recoveries does seem to be the issue, but it does seem like that they are learning, which is which could be said for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, up strong read into up strong read. Both of these players just going absolute toe-to-toe here. Shimmer very much still in control, but a full stock down, you have to be in control to just even things out. Had Shimmer had an extra stock to work with, this would be a very rough position for Slim Sanity to be in. But right now, there really isn't too much extra credit on the Desperado, and now Desperado Roland, last stock for both of these players.
That was, as I've been saying, it does look like Shimmer's been finding better opportunities to use that very powerful full stage control option, but it does seem like they are. I'm trying to say that it does seem like, oh yeah, they're really struggling to find openings, but every time I'm about to say that, they do find one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about players. They love to make commentators complete liars here. But right now, Slim Sandy looking to make Shimmer a dead goat there. And just like that, the Roland going to be taking it with another one of those charged F-Strongs off the side. Incredibly large range, incredibly large amount of knockback as well. And just like that, Slim Sandy going to be taking it 2-1 in game number 3.
Let's get into this next set. I do believe this is our last pool set. Then we will be getting into the top 64. Very exciting for all the players who made it there.
Absolutely. I mean, I gotta say, right? Pools is where we start to see a little bit of cooking. Top 64 is where we start seeing some more developed meals, I guess would be the way to put it, right? So, you know, on one hand, you can see the basis of what really gets you there, and on the other hand, you start to see some players who really have every single little thing about their characters fully downloaded and fully finished up. And here, we're getting two characters that are actually pretty easy to recognize right off the bat. That is Krillin and Skibidi Toilet. I'm almost certain of it.
I believe you are right. I still cannot believe we are seeing an online tournament with Skibidi Toilet in it.
It will not be the first
Wait,
time.
we got a Skibidi top 8? What am I looking at now?
Not the first time I've seen it. And
now I've seen everything.
In the end, right, you know, both of these players playing characters that
is Krillin really that good?
A lot of love put into them. Right, as much of a meme as Skibidi Toilet is, the character is not something that they just slap.
I want to see this
directly onto.
Because now I'm thinking to myself, like, I know I didn't play him to the best he probably could be played as. Because I haven't played him like forever.
That's a good attestment to pretty much every character.
But I'm curious though.
It's very incredible to see just how much effort some developers put into these passion projects. Let's get into this first game. We're starting off on Tower of Heaven.
And is Krillin really like? I remember playing Krillin, but I don't remember him being like.
All right, starting things off Tower of Heaven, as we noted.
Oh, he got the pink shorts though.
Normalized platform heights, very standard tri-plat here, but we can see that Blue Hacks already going all the way in, getting a decent bit of damage onto the Skibidi Toilet.
I cannot focus with those voice lines. Now, I do believe Skibidi
This is actually kind of crazy. The fact there is a Krillin. I never thought in a million years I'd see Skibidi Toilet fight freaking Krillin.
So we may be seeing
in a million
years
years
stage control, quite a bit of range, which a character like Krillin may find a little bit difficult to contest with.
Yeah,
this is
I mean,
crazy.
but right now what we're
now I've seen everything.
Is a lot of that range. We're actually seeing much more of the full-on scrapping. The Destructo just not quite going to lead into a kill just yet. Up strong, not gonna do it here, but you can see Blue Hacks just continually getting the charges off, continually getting the hits in, and it's working out well for them.
I'd say so. It does look like I'm still not here. Very unique tag, by the way. Is is struggling to find this kill. Their very long-range Strongs do have quite a bit of aim lag, so it does seem like Blue Hacks is getting away with it scot-free.
Yeah, I mean, you can see right now from Still Not Here is that they're looking for these kill moves, they're looking for these kill opportunities, but they don't really have a way how to lead into them. It's just a matter of hoping.
Wait, so the Destructo Disc is a charge move, I'm saying.
The parry is going to be able to do just that, though, as Blue Hacks still in the lead, still in control with the Krillin.
We might not see
I think Skibidi got this, honestly.
It does seem like I'm Still Not Here is putting up some kind of pressure with the projectiles.
Yeah,
but
the lead has essentially been completely neutered here, and I'm Still Not Here very much putting up a fight. The up strong from Blue Hacks still not going to be looking to kill just yet. We saw a lot of strongs coming in from them in the first stock, but right now, I'm not sure if these strongs will really be close to killing.
Yeah, I'd say so, but we do have a Destructo Disc. Oh, whiffed. The spike, but...
Oh, but he checked out the stage. Oh, terrible recovery. Can't come back.
Still Not Here fumbles and dies.
Are we about to see an upset?
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost certain that I'm Still Not Here was looking for an edge cancel on that uppy, but just barely miss out on that spacing. But Blue Hacks was going to take that one straight to the bank as much as they can, and just barely dodging out on some of these kill moves. And once again, it's the same deal that we saw in that first stock, where the moment that either of these two players get over,
okay, this is kind of crazy.
They're just kind of throwing out these moves, hoping for the best.
Sorry about that, guys. I will remove the overlay on the bottom because it was blocking the stocks. You are right.
Yeah, but either way, we are still continuing with this lead from Blue Hacks, as they're just going to continue to land so many more of these hits. That projectile has been doing so much work
a misread.
for Krillin. Yeah, whether it's a key blast,
if Krillin held it for one more second, the match would have been over.
Blue Hacks
now you got to worry about the comeback scenario.
Force a lot of these approaches from I'm Still Not Here.
And I'd say, I do feel like I'm Still Not Here is wanting to do the same, but
that's game. All I needed, that time we had him on the ledge, and he was parried, stunned into the stage, and he was in pratfall state, he could have killed him right then and there. Like, Krillin will give that match away, I'm not gonna lie.
That's just how things work out, right? The Skibidi Toilets projectiles are so much more focused on, you know, punishing your opponent for being in...
Only Raul to eat their memes and Dragon Ball Z characters can collide, right?
Meanwhile, you know, Blue Hacks on the Krillin has been able to make use of the Key Blast, make use of the Destructo Disc for not punishing your opponent for being in a space that they don't want to be in, but turning the space that they're currently in into a space that they don't want to be in, right? So in the end, it is going to be Krillin winning out the projectile war for forcing the approaches. So right now, the question is, does Blue Hacks take that one straight to a victory? Julesville, the option selected for game number 2, a very neutral stage.
Let's get into it, yeah.
Mini Skibidis could totally be Minibidis. I'm sorry, I'm deranged. Anyway, game number 2, far from deranged, still very much standard play from both of these players. We are seeing the parries come on through earlier on, though, so I'm Still Not Here. Gonna be able to get right back into the swing things, but Blue Hacks just comboing them with the C-stick in the opponent's general direction, is what I would be saying if it wasn't just aerial and aerial from the Skibidi Toilet.
Sorry, I was looking away. I do realize that we still...
That was a good down special read, but... Well, that's not going to go. That forward smash doesn't hit the hard you think. I think the down smash, honestly, is better than the forward smash.
I mean...
Based on when I was playing as him during the tournament run.
That's what we're here for, but right now, Blue Hacks still looking to find a way past this complete onslaught of aerials from I'm Still Not Here.
it does look like I'm Still Not Here is in the lead, but it seems like they need just a little bit better positioning to make use of the stunning mini skibbities, the minibities.
Yeah, I mean, what we are seeing here, though, is that because Blue Hacks doesn't have the stock lead, doesn't have the percent lead, those drones are all of a sudden doing so much more work, right? As we were saying, as a projectile, it punishes your opponent for wanting to be in a position here, but now with the Destructo Disc, now with the Key Blast on board, Blue Hack's not quite going to be able to take the stock just yet. These strong attacks just aren't quite strong enough for Krillin in the raw.
Not necessarily being able to take advantage of that Destructo Disc either. I will say, this stage is definitely a bit more potent with these projectiles, as there isn't an upwards platform to maneuver away from them.
Yeah, not too much of the aerial platform usage, but Blue Hacks could be in trouble.
Oh, he should have did down smash.
Not quite going to be able to.
He should have did down smash. You gotta hit on both sides.
All of a sudden, not quite enjoying this position.
Though, I do feel like Blue Hacks is managing to find some legwork here, as the percents have been evened out. It does seem like one good interaction may decide who is in the lead in this stock and who isn't going further into the game. And that parry might just be what I'm Still Not Here needs.
I mean, we can see I'm Still Not Here just constantly racking up that percent and not quite going to be able to do it just yet. But either way, the Skibid drone's just going to continue to avoid so much of this space and just make sure that Blue Hacks doesn't have the ability to play the way that they want. Destructo Disc on deck, though.
That was a... I will say, these placements for the mini skibbities have been very well placed, but Blue Hacks takes the stock.
Yeah, speaking of well-placed F-Strong going to be paying out dividends for the Krillin here, but a down strong in response on that tech roll in from I'm Still Not Here, keeping them very much still in the game. Right now, P-Blast once again going to be able to force the approaches because Blue Hacks does have that percent lead.
Well, you know what they say, the best kind of stage control is a well-placed F-Strong.
I mean, sometimes that's just how it works out, right? But right now, it seems to be quite rough for the Skibidi Toilet, as it's just a matter of getting back onto stage. The up B not going to get back on stage, but the Destructo Disc actually saves them. All of a sudden, Blue Hacks in a lot of trouble.
But they find themselves... Oh, not quietly missing the parry punish. Will Blue Hacks be able to make up this large percent difference?
Yeah, I mean, the percent differential is still very much in Blue Hacks'
Whoa,
favor.
the snipe, though.
But that one accidental save with that Destructo Disc is not doing them any favors
Yo,
here.
he had
I'm
everything
Still Not
covered
Here
right there.
Very much in this set.
That's right. I do believe...
This is kind of crazy. I didn't think this match was going to be so intense, but now I'm looking at it.
It would have...
Oh,
That would have been a kill. That would have been over.
Very unfortunate on Blue Hacks' part, but, you know, shake it off. Go to game 3. We're going to Frozen Fortress.
Yeah, and now Frozen Fortress with all of those aerial platforms that we were talking about, right? The platforms that Blue Hacks really like to make use of to get away from the Minibities, and just gonna try to stay away from all of that set play as much as possible, still making use of these key blasts, still making use of these tilts and aerials to do as much damage as possible. But I'm Still Not Here, eking out a very small percent lead, and the moment Skibidi Toilet has a percent lead, you can start to force some crazy approaches.
I'd say so. As we are seeing in this game, Blue Hacks is at a very bad point in this stock, because it does seem like I'm Still Not Here has very good knowledge of how to carry opponents with Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah, but 1 fair, 2 fair,
Oh.
3 F-Strong, 4 fair. Gonna
That
be able
was crazy.
to do it. And the 4-piece combo from the Skibidi Toilet working out so well for I'm Still Not Here. It's like Christmas Day.
I still cannot take anything with the name Skibidi Toilet in it seriously.
I mean, that's how it works out sometimes, but if you're Blue Hacks, you have to be taking this character seriously because they are at a rough deficit, a full stock down, and still not really close to taking that first stock. As we've seen, the Krillin kind of struggles with fully taking the stocks as far as percents are concerned with all of these raw strongs.
That dash attack is kind of weird. Like, it's good, but it's not good at the same time.
That's a very good observation as... Ooh, but... The Destructor Disc would potentially lead into that stock, which is something it does appear that Krillin really needs. But as we see, it was kind of a
pretty
late percent
game,
compared to some of the early kills Skibidi Toilet is able to get off.
Yeah, I mean, some of the time it really just is a matter of finding the combos, finding the strings that you do need for this matchup. But right now, Blue Hacks still struggling a little bit as I'm Still Not Here, able to bring them all the way up to triple percents. But now, as we've seen in game and in DBZ, the Krillin can very much put out the hurt.
Not quite enough to take that stock, and unfortunate
final stock.
Death right there.
Can you throw one more out?
Even further behind in this game. Just seems like
right now,
no matter what they do, Skibidi Toilet is living rent-free in their head.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to just be the brain rot coming on in as the forward strong still not going to connect. Blue Hacks just kind of hitting the C-stick in their opponent's general direction, hoping for the best here. And sometimes it does work out, but right now, Still Not Here does not have to approach, does not have to be the aggressor, but still manages to comply.
Pretty good observation there. I was about to say, it does seem like Blue Hacks is pretty trigger happy, but I wonder, maybe they could be performed at a better time, a better place.
I think he got scared the last minute or missed input.
Maybe, but in the end, Blue Hack's still going to be able to take that stock there. The Destructo Disc.
At least that's what I think what happened right there. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what it looked like from here.
The Minivity's just constantly making it difficult to actually approach and follow up off of these Destructo Disc charges. Right now, Key Blast going to be able to give Blue Hacks an opportunity to get right on in. Another opportunity for an F-Strong, but not quite going to follow up off stage. And another F-Strong. One kick didn't do it, so why not throw out a second? Blue Hacks in game number 3.
Well, Krillin knocked him back to the toilet now.
And showing it off.
Figuratively and literally.
That was a pretty nice comeback. That whole game, it did seem like I'm Still Not Here was very much in the lead, but way to bring that back. Just with the, a few flicks of the switch, it'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, as we see right here, Blue Hacks not.
What's up, Forbidden?
Down, just going to continue on in the bracket, but that will be it.
Since you're just now catching up, I'm out the tournament now.
Moving over to top 64.
So we're watching these other people play until I get tired of whatever happens after this.
So you're still stuck with us.
I got 49th place in the tournament, so wasn't bad. I have like 120 some people, so not bad.
Getting into this round,
so I had a pretty good run.
Exciting, because these
had
two
a
players
pretty good run.
I'd say, are very well known.
Oh, baby!
If I won 4 more matches, I would have been in top 8.
Known players, Scrup and Sego, 2 players.
I mean, I had fun. I mean, to be fair,
have been very, very well known for quite a long time.
I didn't find out about the tournament till like
within the workshop
Wednesday or Thursday at the last minute.
A name synonymous with victory. Just
so when that happened,
of all time to do it.
I didn't really get to practice for this tournament at all. So this has all been like kind of like last minute stuff. So for me making as far as I did, I am not mad about it.
Until he decides, all right, you know what? I've been away for long enough.
I'm not bad.
It's time for me to come back and show people that I can still do it. So right now,
yeah, and this is my second ever tournament. And the last tournament I was in was what, 2 years ago? When I did that tournament, the Neverland tour, I think it was 2 years ago.
The man of the mountain, Sego, who just kind of comes back every now and then.
Something like that.
That is a It's a very creative way to describe
So
Sego.
for that being said,
As
it's
someone
not
who's
that
been
bad if you look at it like
there
that.
At the past few times where he's competed in real life, I will say that Sego does seem like this unstoppable force. Like, whoever he runs into, you may
Did you
feel
try out the
a
Arc
bit
One
of sweat rolling down
workshop
your
character?
forehead because
I know you did
just
too,
know
though.
that this is a big name
Arc
that
One?
I'm trying to tackle.
What are you talking about, Arc 1?
I do wonder.
You mean like
how
Arc as in like the dinosaur game?
We're starting off at Crystal Oasis with the Penny as Scrub playing as Penny and Sego playing as Luna.
Like which character? Be more specific,
Yeah,
because now I'm
Penny
trying to figure out what character you're
versus
talking
Luna
about.
matchup, not one that you see too often, except amongst the players who really have a dedication to these characters. Crystal Oasis, I do believe, is one of Sego's favorite stages. You know, just a little bit of a nod to his base cast main, Olympia.
That's
which
right.
Right
Yep.
now, the big question is who's going to be coming out on top. Game number 1 could mean quite a lot between these two.
Oh, Kamen Rider.
Keep them waiting.
Oh, Kamen Rider. No, I don't think I've done. Hold on.
I mean, definitely.
I don't think I've done him
get
yet.
Things started up, and you can see Sego right now managing to get a little bit of a lead, but you know, it's just a one-hit, two-hit lead here. So both of these players just trying to turn things into an actual substantial lead.
No, I
Seem
definitely don't think I've done that
They
one.
are doing pretty good jobs at dancing around each
No,
other.
there's
getting
still
a few
like
hits
what
and then
3
getting
more.
out,
I think I have like 4 more weeks worth
which
of characters I
does
haven't
make
done.
sense. These are both
There's only do like
two
3 characters.
very
We haven't done a
fast
lot of characters still. And I still got knockout.
Yeah,
Me doing the
two
Rousey
very
Ether
fast characters.
2
You can see that they're
character
just kinda going
tutorials.
toe-to-toe.
I still haven't done that yet
The
either.
Gunshots coming
There's a
in
lot
from
though.
Penny,
There's a
just
lot to get
constantly
done.
making it a little bit rough to just directly approach.
But like I said, I
Sego
won't get.
here.
I won't get through
Parry
like
and the Strong
every.
still going to be the tried, the true, the classic.
Yeah,
All right.
like this
speaking
month
of
was
which,
very
another one of
busy.
those
Like I did a
parries and
lot
Strong
of
coming in from
videos
Sego.
on
Scrub
this month.
struggling to get back.
Like
onto
I said, it was
stage
hard
with
for
the
me to
Penny.
do
I mean, this is a
that
lot
back to
of
back
extra
to back.
credit
Like
damage.
the usual
Another
3
one of
weeks,
those
that's
parry
one
the
thing. But
Strongs.
doing like
3 parries,
at least-
3
I think I did, like,
Strongs, and it's
how
the
many videos
same
I did
punish
in the
each and every time.
I'll tell you.
But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I'd say.
I did.
As we've seen with a lot of the matches prior to this, even some of the best
Give me a
players up
second.
there do tend to stick with some of their very basic, well-known combos.
And Sego right now struggling to get back onto stage. Strupp just barely not able
1,
to
2,
capitalize
3,
on
4,
that
5,
stun there.
6,
But another
7,
one of those
8,
parry the
9,
Strongs for Sego.
10,
And this
11,
lead is looking
12,
close to
13,
insurmountable.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Sego nearly does not make it back on
20.
stage, but it does. You're right. Scrub really needs to make it back in order to make this game count. Very
So I did
much,
20 characters,
you know, very
20
high percent compared to
regular
Sego.
videos. So okay, so
Took a very long time to take that first stock, unfortunately.
22, 23,
Yeah, but you can see
24,
Sego's
25,
still looking for
26,
some of these
27,
confirms
28,
like parry into Strong. I mean,
30,
there's
31,
really
32,
nothing more to
33,
say
34,
except
35.
take this
30. I did 35 videos this month.
But right now,
That's
Scrub on the
crazy.
Penny still needs to find a way how to slow down.
To give you
the
some
pace of this
insight,
game, right?
35
That's the
videos
point
are uploaded
of these
in
full
October.
sets. It's not just about
Which
game
is
one,
definitely
it's about
unheard of.
Sego, I swear to God. That's my job. Don't take my bit. Anyway.
Some of the commentators.
Sego, another parry into Strong, going to be able to take the percent lead, but very much not taking the stock lead after that untimely SD.
Some of the commentators were discussing how they just move on if one of the players SD'd like that. So maybe we should just get out of here. You know, maybe this set doesn't need to be watched.
But right now,
Not gonna lie though, I wish there was more Kamen Riders on Raw either. But I know like doing all these different characters is tough to make.
Here, because you need to get that information under your belt if you're going
So
to
Luna is based. I was going. You know, it's funny. I was supposed to do a video on this character. This is basically literally like Greninja with a helmet. When I look at him, it looks like Greninja with a helmet. To be honest with you.
In game 2, we will not be seeing any character changes, but we are taking it to the Spirit Tree.
Yeah, Spirit Tree, as I have said once, and I will say again, horrible stage from a horrible game from a horrible franchise that nobody cares about. The running joke is I'm an Ori main. Don't take it seriously. But the big thing about this stage, right, is that the blast zones are so close. We've talked about those top blast zones.
I thought, honestly, I thought Penny would have the advantage in this scenario, but I guess
have some ridiculously
he is so much.
strong
He's a lot
pairs
faster, so that
in
might play
order
it
to
well
make
too.
these blast zones as terrifying as possible. So you have to watch out for those side blast zones.
Not to beat a dead horse enough, but this match will certainly be interesting, as my co-commentator just stated.
Oh, that he has explosives. Okay.
Yeah,
Because he like when I look at him, he just looks at he has almost the exact same moveset or Greninja. At least when I look at him. I know I'm not the crazy one here.
I mean, Scrupp still struggling a little bit. Sego able to get right past all of those parries. But yeah, all of that being said, Scrupp manages to still bring things back as far as percent is concerned.
But he's
Just
super
has a
fast.
large damage output, but
And he has like the
Sego
melee
doesn't
power
need
too.
percent, just wants the kill.
Sego did a very good job.
So he basically gave
keeping
Greninja
track of
melee
where Scrupp
abilities.
was
That's
going.
kind of
I
crazy to
will
look at
say,
on paper.
one of his best strengths is knowing exactly where the opponent will go and making sure that they're exactly where he wants them to be. As we just saw right there, as another F-Strong at ledge occurred.
Yeah, and another one of those parry strongs, but this time onto a projectile. Sego now marked with the mine. How will Scrupp get back into things? Not quite going to be able to do too much with it just yet, but we can see right now Scrupp is looking for the opportunity. All right. Parry not quite gonna work out for either of these players. Quick Mexican standoff, but in the end, it is still just going to be that Luna Fair to take things right off the side, exactly how we were mentioning.
Yet another really far stock lead from Sego to Scrupp. And there's that very
I think
volatile chasing.
I'm guessing the
as I
Greninja
mentioned.
character is going to win. He's way
Very
too fast for
volatile
Penny.
between
Penny
these two.
is
And
not
you can see Penny
setting
has
up
a
his
pretty
bombs enough
high
for time
damage
to
output,
do anything.
but struggles to have the same kind of consistency as far as kills go.
And
that
don't forget
Luna
too, I think you can kick the bombs
Meanwhile,
also.
Sego just able to get a lot of these piecemeal hits in, but actually getting the kill is so much more consistent than getting the damage.
Oh, Sego
Yo, is he gonna come
tried
back?
to go.
I doubt it, but if he
So
comes back, that'd be
deep right
crazy.
there.
Watch yourself next Riptide.
That's so like him, dying like that.
There's nothing you can do right there. Like, what are you gonna do right there? Like, honestly, what are you gonna do?
Doing things the hard way, taking 4 stocks in game number 2 the same way that he did in game number 1. But either way, game number 3, Scrupp still managing to make things relatively close. So the question is, where does Scrupp go for game number 3? How do things change? And are we going to be seeing any character swaps? No, it is still going to be the Penny. It is going to be Tower of Heaven, though, with a much more neutral-based stage, much more of that platform movement.
That's right. Maybe I don't want to. No predictions. Let's just get into it.
Scrupp, don't be talking bad about my friend Scrupp. I'll fight you. Anyway, moving on to Tower of Heaven, game number 3. So much more platform movement available for both of these players here, but as we can see, another very small lead for Sego here. Still forced to approach, though. And
You got
the big
one
question
last
is,
chance.
how much more percent does this turn into?
Oh no, it's all good. No, it's
Has
all
turned
good.
into even
It is
percent
all
now,
good.
but both
It
players.
is all good. There's no
seemingly
obligation
not-
here.
Well, I could see Sego going for a third
What model kit are you
offstage
building
fair
now?
and dying
That's
right
not-
there,
now
but
you
I'm
got me
glad
curious.
he didn't.
What model kit you're building right now?
Yeah, I mean, definitely had the opportunity to go
I'll
for
turn
it,
his
but
controller off,
Sego
can't
not
play it
going to
anymore.
be neeming quite that hard, as the Upstrong still not going to be able to kill Penny. Still mildly heavy enough to survive there, but lead on the tech roll not quite going to pay off for Sego. All right, right, and there we go. The fully charged neutral B directly into the forward air. Going to be able to finally take that first stock. This is quite a high percent in comparison to how we usually see these stocks taken early by Sego. Meanwhile, Scrupp keeping very close in this match here, not taking so much in terms of that extra credit, and immediately I'm turned into a liar.
I think he could have spiked right there.
Ooh.
I honestly think he could have spiked.
That was a nice stock taken right there. Scrub has a little ways to go with the percentage to catch up, but we're seeing with these combos, there's definitely potential to.
Yeah, definitely still potential to keep on going, but Sego, one forward air to start things off, not going to opt to jump off for the other one. But right now, you can see that Sego really wants this kill onto the Penny. A little bit of extra mustard on that upstrong.
I'm sorry to say, Penny lost.
Dice.
The Penny character definitely lost.
Sego off stage, struggling quite a bit. Scrupp just able to build up that percent over and over again. The Penny still a large damage output. Final stock potentially for Scrupp here, but Forward Strong going to even things up very quickly.
Will Scrupp be able to keep this momentum? This is the best they've been doing out of all 3 rounds so far.
Yeah, definitely the best that Scrupp has been doing. Sego has not managed to pull off an SD in this game, but Scrupp still managing to do better in this game than has been done before there. One parry into a strong, not going to turn into a kill though.
I get the feeling if that forward air had connected, we might have seen a bit of an early stock.
And Sego in trouble and in the blast zone. Scrupp on the board.
Alright, there we go. Now that I almost set the scores wrong.
I mean, sometimes that's how it be, but either way, we are going to be going back to Crystal Oasis. This is DSR, so Sego should not be allowed to go back here, but once again, DSR only matters if your opponent calls you out for it, right? So if they do opt to go back here, this is a gentleman. Scrupp decides, all right, you know what? We can go back to Crystal Oasis. Crystal Oasis isn't the reason.
In fact, Penny got one.
It's
It's crazy.
It's totally fine that we go back here. So now
I'm rooting
Scrupp
for your Penny,
is
but I don't know.
toe to toe, as we've seen before, right? The information gathering is something that you cannot be sleeping on. You did not know there was DSR. Scrupp, there has been DSR since this game was released. Anyway.
You could just claim that, you know what, I could, despite this being Sego's favorite stage, I'm confident I can beat him on it.
I mean, like, that's going to be a bit of a show of confidence either way here. So Scrupp, right now, able to do quite a bit of damage on that Penny. As we've seen time and time again, if it is a matter of trading, right? The Luna does not have the same damage output as the Penny in as few hits. Luna can get 3 or 4 hits to match Luna's 1, but Luna can still get those 3 or 4 hits where Luna can only get 1. So it's a matter of ideologies, it's a matter of play styles coming into play. Alright, double nair from Sego, and still it's Sego who reaches the triple digits first. But triple digits or not, fully charged up strong.
Not exactly even now.
Take a stock off the top, as the up air will do the same.
We're seeing a little bit of projectile play as both players try to figure out how to get back in.
Yeah, so still trying to find their opportunity here, but Sego right now in a little bit of extra control, baiting out the parry here. Scrupp could be in a very good position though, just constantly able to force these approaches with that gun.
Unfortunate mind placement as Scrub self-detonates. But, hey, it doesn't matter. Still in the lead.
Yeah, still in the lead. Something that Scrupp has very rarely been able to say, minus when Sego is off stage and in a lot of trouble. But right now, another one of those down tilt up strongs, not quite going to kill just yet from Sego here. now we're starting to see a bit of projectile play come through. Downstrong going to be able to do it, though. Oh my
The uppercut
lord, that
will
up tilt
take
just
it.
goes
Wait,
crazy.
is that an up strong or an up tilt?
That's almost certainly an up tilt.
Very interesting. So potent of a normal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Mega Man has it like that, though, so makes sense here. But in the meantime, Scrupp right now making a lot of sense of Sego's neutral play. So much damage onto the Luna here. And Sego right now struggling to find a way back into control.
Wow! The moving F strong does take the game right there. I wouldn't be surprised if Sego was caught completely off guard.
Yeah, Sego just not quite ready to get hit by that F-Strong. Probably caught him on a dash dance backwards. In the meantime, game number 5 going to be on Treetop Lodge. Scrupp on the verge of a reverse 3-0. This could be completely detrimental to a player like Sego who thrives off of momentum, thrives off of feeling himself in these matches. But right now, Scrupp on the verge of making a huge upset.
I'm sure the double loss right there after almost getting that 3-0 is definitely weighing on Sego's mind, as I've seen it has before. You were definitely correct by saying that he is a very momentum-based player. Will we see him regain that momentum here, though?
I mean, that's the big question here. Scrupp right now just able to wall Sego out with a lot of these normals, a lot of this gunplay. But right here, Sego going for a few more options that we haven't seen from him quite before. And now looking for the fair, going to be able to land it, not going to be able to turn into a kill quite yet, though. Vortex not going to connect, but not needed.
I think based off of these few games we've seen, it may be a correct assumption to say that SDing is Sego's lucky charm, as the 2 games that he lost, he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. Of all the things from Sego to pick up on, I think that SDing's probably the most unconventional one. But in the end, Sego just barely managing to get past some of Scrupp's parry timing, some of Scrupp's opportunities here. And you can see that he realizes, I don't have to approach. I have the percent lead. I have the stock lead. I have the blast zone. But right now, Scrupp able to even out that stock count. This could be rough for Sego here, but still off stage is the penny.
Manages to sneak back on there, but that could have been really bad if a repeat of first stock happened.
Yeah, Sego right now 1 parry into
he actually is super
too
tanky.
much more. Reads an air dodge
like
upwards,
way
but
too
not
tanky for no
quite
reason.
Be able to get it. You can see the defensive options come on.
You know what's
out
funny?
Both of these
This might be
players,
not like an unpopular decision, but I actually like the
really
original
set
Penny.
in.
Don't y'all remember when Penny was in the definitive version, where he had like the air combos and stuff, the juggle combos? I miss that Penny, to be honest. But this Penny's cool too.
Forward strong for Sego.
This Penny's like a better Master Chief. Not Master Chief, Solid Snake. If Snake, honestly, if Snake played like this in Smash Brothers, I'd probably play as him more, honestly.
Back up here as Scrupp and Sego just going toe-to-toe in game number 5.
Ooh, nearly caught the roll read right there, but it does seem like Sego just can't really, despite having the percent lead, is struggling to follow Scrupp as he was earlier.
Yeah, I mean, once again, this is a matter of, try.
This match is really long. This one's a long one. They're going off for this one.
The player who everyone knows, but just kind of shows up out of nowhere at a whim here. But right now, it seems like Sego looking for the opportunity. Beautiful jab check from Scrupp, though. Just looking for that last hit, looking for that one read. But Sego and Scrupp, both of them ridiculously close to dying.
It does seem like with Scrupp,
That's
it's
game.
a matter of finding a few more hits. Ooh!
He had no choice. Either hit the platform or do up air.
And just like that, Sego with
And his
a
recovery's
fully
like solid
charged
snakes
down
with
strong, gonna be
recovery.
able to punish the lack of double jump from Strupp there. In game number 5, just barely able to take it over Strupp, and you can see.
Well, he's
you know,
out.
Strupp, very strong player here, but Sego, a legend for a reason.
Let's get into this next set. Another very exciting set to commentate over in this top 64. From the looks of it, two very good players about to get to clashing.
Can you beat Zeta?
Yeah, meanwhile, here we go. Elkies versus Jut. So,
You mean Zeta the content creator? Or like Zeta as in like the character? The one that Sai made.
In Workshop, she has won multiple of the Riptide brackets. I know she's won one of them. I'm not sure if she's actually won multiple of them, but she's always managed to make a deep run in a lot of those. Jut, on the other hand, if you were not
Like which Zeta are you talking about, Diego? And welcome aboard, by the way.
Make some crazy plays, right? You know, managed to go quite far in that Workshop bracket, and we can see them both right here duking it out in top 64.
We're going to be starting off with the Elkies Lysa, or Lyca. Still don't know how to pronounce that name.
There are 2 I's in Elkies.
Oh, is there? My bad.
Yes.
You're so right. And Jet is going to be sticking with the Arcuin. Another very...
This is an interesting matchup.
Compared to a Workshop classic like
Yeah, I mean, Elkies always looking to pick up some sort of relatively, as far as Workshop's concerned, older character, and then just take them to the brink. Meanwhile, Jut just going to bring us something new.
Let's get into it. We're starting on Jules Vale.
All right, Jules Vale gonna be the tried, the true.
You surprised I don't host tournaments?
Neutral starter stage, nothing.
Well,
going on in these kinds
the thing about that, I've actually done it
a
before.
showcase
Not on this channel. When I used to be a part of the other YouTube channel, we have hosted a tournament. It just comes down to time.
Right, so
like the main reason why I haven't done tournaments is just time. It's time, and then of course it's money. Like if you, then there's gotta be a prize. Like if I did a fun tournament, it'd probably be easy, but it's getting the right people to do it for you.
Wouldn't be surprised. Arcuin is
but I have hosted a tournament before.
Very dominant.
Actually, I done at least one or two. I did one for Halloween.
They're known for
now it wasn't an online tournament. It was in person. It was like an in-person tournament. Actually, you can find on the channel. It was the. I think it was the Stay Salty tournament, if I remember correctly.
If an opponent gets too far,
because we did during Halloween, not this Halloween, but like 2 years ago. So I did host them before. But like I said before, it's hard trying to like. First of all, it's hard doing streams like this. Like you figure after this stream, I'm probably not gonna do one in a while, just because of timing. Like to get all this to work. Hercule Sama. Oh, there's Hercule. He says lies. So technically speaking, I guess with somebody hosted, have I hosted just specifically by myself? No. Technically speaking, we hosted at Hercule's house.
But not so much.
You want to be technical about it?
Oh my God,
calling me out.
I was about to say we're getting a relatively close match. Elkie is immediately going to be dropping.
But we definitely been part of like. I've been part. I wouldn't say I solely hosted a tournament. That's probably the word does not say. I haven't solely hosted a tournament. But I've been a part of the process of when we hosted one with groups of people. That's probably the best way to say it. And that's the right way to say it.
One hit from Elkies, slowly racking up all that percent.
Oh, Hercule, if you're wanting, I got 49th place out of 100 and like what 30 people today.
That was a nice strong catch right there. I don't
not bad.
Jut was ready for it, but you know, respawning, getting back into the game.
But as far as like.
We'll see
doing a whole stream for it, it's a pain in the butt.
This game back
it's definitely a huge pain in the butt getting people together. Like people make it sound like hosting tournaments is like that. It's a whole thing. You're trying to get people to agree with you. Trying to get tournament organizers. All this. It's a whole thing.
Jut, on the other hand, just looking for that one opportunity to finally get that kill. We saw the F Strong work out just fine the last time, but not quite gonna be able to.
Oh, you know what? There was one during the tournament. Can I beat Link Light? I've actually never played Link Light. I would love to play him.
I find it very impressive just how
I never played Link Light. Zeta actually, there's actually a video on me playing against Zeta before.
Has unfortunately missed the 2.
But when we played, it was like a 3-way. It was a 3-way like playoff thing. Like it wasn't just me and him. It was like me and 3 other creators were playing each other.
Off of,
but I've never even got to play Link Light, and I've seen Link Light play, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you can see right here.
I would love to play him to find out.
And counting, Elkies absolutely has a kill opportunity.
But whether or not Link Light will play me in Rivals, it's a whole different story. Like, he's a way bigger YouTuber than I am. Like, Link Light, wait, hold on. Let me look. Link Light probably got like over what? He's over 10,000 people. Even though we both play Rivals, but his content's like slightly different than mine. Let's see. Hold on, let me see.
Any further games as Elkies,
I think he's like in the 110,000 or something like that.
Early stock was almost on the verge of bringing that one back.
Right. Maybe we'll see with the stage change. Potentially, Elkies may be able to find their footing a little bit better. Maybe not get spiked and die so early. And this does seem like a good stage to take it to if you want to prevent that. Merchant Port with the side platforms.
All right, and here we go. Another one of those stages that's still a relatively neutral stage, right? Elkies, a lot of the times in these brackets, just tries to rely on, well, you know what? I'm a very good player at Rivals of Aether, so what if I just rely on being a better neutral player overall here? But Jut does not care about
and that's
that.
all I had.
Says,
and yeah, Link Light, yeah.
Hit you as many times as you want to hit me.
That's
yeah, but his rock, but. From what I've seen, now I haven't seen Link Light video in a long time, but from what I'm seeing, like the difference between his and mine, like he does kind of like a meme-ish. I don't want to say meme-ish because he's still good at what he does. Like he got more views than I do, so he knows what he's doing, right? But I will say, based on what I saw, his is kind of like it's a breakdown, but it's not like a breakdown. Does that make sense? I do actual breakdowns on the character. And I think I'm the only one that does it. Now, Zeta used to do it. But Zeta was like a quick breakdown. This is what the character does. This is boom. I sit there, fool with, dabble with. It's a whole different thing. But Link Light, wait, let me see. Link Light.
Some good range on that.
That's how I was supposed to. So Link Light got. I'm looking at my phone, by the way. But if you type Link Light, his name is like the first. So Link Light does
those spirit arrows, but it doesn't really matter if Jut with his sorry, I don't know. Their big hammer just manages to break in and take a swing.
Yeah, I mean, right now you can see Elkies just building up as much percent as possible, but each time.
And based on what he does, he does like multiple characters at the same time. It's a different type of. I'll say this. He does a different flavor of content than what I do. Link Light got 145,000 subscribers, and he only has 395 videos compared to me. But here's another thing: he does YouTube Shorts and all. I don't do it. Okay, he has about 4 YouTube Shorts. Okay, cool.
Seem like the best way to go around this.
Yeah, and all the characters he does is popular.
Sorry.
And he streams. That's the other thing. He runs a stream too. And I think he streams on Twitch. So I don't know how his Twitch runs out from there.
Get some space in, get some damage in, get a big hit in.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it is just going to be a matter of finding out who comes out on top here. Elkies with the arrow, not going to be able to turn things into a kill just yet. Triple digits onto Jut here, and still trading aerials back and forth. Back air.
Yeah, literally post a video once a month. But when you're that big, you can do that though. When you're like him, you can post videos like that. 145,000. I'm competing with that guy. Now, as far as views go, I'm pretty sure he like tanks me in views.
Like this
like by a long shot. Hold on. Can I see how many views he got? This guy got 38 million views. So you might say this guy got almost 40 million views. I got what, 1.5 million views total lifetime views. Look, he does that. He has Discord. He has a Twitter. He does all. Like I don't do all that, unfortunately. He has a Patreon. Like I'm not as good as he is.
To replicate the same strength that we saw from them in game number 1, or are we going
Yeah,
to see
this guy, he's on fire. Link Light's Link Light.
All right, but either way, we're going to have to see how things do turn out on this stage once again. We saw in game number 1, it was pretty back and forth, and Elkies almost managed to take it back there. But Jut, making use of that super early stock on Elkies, turned it all into a kill at the very end.
Yeah, he has a lot going on. He's a lot bigger.
History rewrites itself with that very early spike stock.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the early stocks coming on through.
Yeah, he's in a whole nother ballpark.
Currently in trouble, gonna be.
I will say this: I think I could beat Zeta in Rivals Ether. I'll say that.
Now, Elkies,
Based on, but now, mind you, I haven't played Zeta in a long time.
Right back into the swing of
I
things,
think
and
we're
now
pretty much.
it's
If I had to guess
relatively
between me and
even
Zeta,
out percentages
me and
between
Zeta
these
are
two
like
players. Jut
it's
going to
pretty like
build
close
up
or
a
even.
lead.
Like I think there'd be a slightly more advanced, but I think we're kind of close.
That was
But
nice
I think he
spacing
probably.
on
But honestly, I
his
think he
part.
did better than me in this tournament.
Again,
Yeah, some
Let
solid
me see.
spacing
I
here
think
and
Zeta
there.
did enter this
Right
tournament,
now,
if I'm
Jut
correct.
needs to find a way how to
See where I can
break
look up
past
people?
Elki's wall of
He might have placed
arrows.
higher than
Elki's
I did. Hold on, let's see.
Continuous control over this neutral here, and now triple digits on the Penguin, but
Stand,
not
let's see.
going to be going off the side until the
Let's see
down
what
stroke
Zeta placed compared to I did. Zeta probably
I'm
placed higher than me.
thinking, man, how can I replicate that first game? How can I get Elkies in the position that I want them to be in again?
Yeah,
And-
right now, a little bit of extra charge on that upstrong, going to be able to.
So let me put. I'm gonna put Zeta in. Give me a
At the very
second.
least, we can see Elkies still very much beatable, but Jut trying to get back on the stage here. This could be it.
That offstage position is absolutely not one.
Wait,
player would
what?
be in against Leica.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Jut just continuing to
Hold
get
on.
those chains launch directly onto Elkies, just trying to keep her chained directly to him. I mean, looking like Biken right now, just
Yo, me and Zeta got the same exact
Now,
placement.
very close to
That's
killing
crazy.
both of these
We
players.
actually
These
tied.
players, Elkies in a lot
Me
of
and Zeta actually tied in this tournament. Zeta did
And
play in this
that
tournament.
carry
We
will
tied.
Take the game.
So I was right. I think we're pretty much even.
I will say that did seem.
I think me and Zeta are
you
pretty
were
much
right,
even
that
at
did
this
seem
point.
a
To be
lot
honest
more
with you,
even than that first game.
we literally tied. We got the exact same placement.
definitely seemed a lot more even, but Jut's not out of this.
You can look it up right now. Actually, I'll show you. I'll show
Number
you.
3 going to be moving things over from a super
Which is
neutral
super
stage
crazy. But me and him
to
tied.
a very, very volatile stage. It is going to be the Spirit Tree. We've seen these two go toe to toe again and again, and I am terrified of figuring
I'll move this to
out
the front real quick.
how
Look at
far
this.
These aerials will
There's
see.
me, 49th. And look at Zeta.
I have nothing else to say. Let's get into the Spirit Tree.
Me and him
match.
got the exact same placement.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit Tree
Crazy,
always
right?
goes crazy, but loading things.
Did Link
up,
Light in there? I don't think
Jut
Link Light was in this
versus
tournament.
Elkies just constantly going toe to toe.
I doubt Link Light was in this tournament. Yeah, Link Light did in there. He probably didn't even know anything about this. He probably like Link Light is probably like me when it comes to a lot of these Rousey Ether stuff. Half the time I don't know what's going on until somebody tells me. Like to be really like a lot of this Rousey Ether stuff I do not know. I just love the game, and they come up to me like, "Yo, Jank, you need to check this." I'm like, "Oh, sure, let's check it out." And that's what it comes down to at the end
I'm
of the
gonna
day.
be real with you. I have no idea how she managed. To
But
get back
I
to stage
do
after
like
that.
the fact that how the community has a huge
I have to
respect for
agree
me.
with
I
you
do
there.
love that
Both
though.
Players seemed like
That's kind of cool.
they were both struggling to get back to stage. one really well aimed spectral arrow like that just seems so terrifying to get hit by.
Yeah, it definitely seems very, very terrifying. But right now, Elkies and Jut still going at it. The aerials coming through for Elkies, though, just racking up so much damage bit by bit. You can see the rolls coming on through. The rival spot dodge going crazy. Elkies bringing some rivals to love into the first game. But in the end, Jut with that one back air, I believe, still going to be able to even out that stock count.
Oh, whoa, what even happened there? It's a very
Yeah,
interesting
I mean,
trade.
Yeah, that's one of the Elki's classics, just going to throw out a fully charged strong attack where she expects the opponent to be, and in the end, it kind of tends to work out regardless of what game she's playing, whether it be Ultimate, Rivals 1, Rivals 2, or Rivals 1 Workshop. But right now, in the end, Jut needs to find a way how to even out that stock count. It is not over till it's over on Spirit Tree.
That's a very good mentality to have for all players.
The fact is, Nair went through everything is kind of crazy.
Oh!
Yo!
Elki's
That spike was crazy!
Of their own.
Yeah,
Payback for the countless of times Judd pulled that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Jut just recovering with these hitboxes, and Elki says, alright, I know exactly where these hitboxes are, I've got the download, I just need to be a slight bit more to the left this time, and with a spike, manages to seal it out 3-1. Jut putting up a good fight, but Elki's still showing off why she's a top seed.
Alright, getting into the next game, we are going to be seeing two characters that we've seen before, I believe.
We did not actually manage to see Shush play earlier on.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, you know, this is actually going to be the first time we do see Shush's gameplay. So, from what I am familiar with, I do believe that this is going to be East Coast to Europe. So, East Coast in the United States to Europe. So, once again, you know, global tournament, the nature of Workshop continues. But, once again, these two characters, once you do see them on screen, you know, y'all are going to realize, all right, this is bound to be an interesting one. When you have super fast, super precise character versus a little bit slower, much heavier character that hits much harder.
I am expecting to see some good gameplay here, as Luna, the character Astra is playing, was...
I think I reviewed the character on the right. I know the one on the left I didn't do. I know that, because he's fairly new.
In majors.
Basic Greninja players got their wish
Of course,
over
we
there.
didn't really get to see any Vachna gameplay, but I'm very interested. As you said, this will be a very interesting match. Let's get into this first game.
I mean, we can see
A lot of things
now,
are missing
Astra
Rousey there,
and
too.
Shush. The big thing about getting used to these workshop brackets is figuring out exactly.
Well,
how
you gotta
to
understand
control
this,
your
too.
character in the moment. So,
Rivals
the game
2,
a lot of the time
Rivals,
tends
people,
to be
some of y'all got into
information,
Rivals 1
like,
late.
just a matter of
So y'all
figuring
forget
out
when Rivals
quickly
first came out. When
you
Rivals
can
first came out, I think it was like
already
only 4
managed
characters
to
in the
get a
game
decent bit of
anyway.
damage on the Vachna. But right now, Luna struggling.
So you gotta
a
put that in
little
perspective,
to find
right?
their footing.
And then you also got to realize, too, that we didn't get the workshop for Rousey until really late. So I already knew the workshop. I know people were getting mad, like, oh, it's not in the game. I was like, you got to understand, they're a small company, and a lot of stuff they have, we didn't get till super late. Like, you got to realize the definitive edition of the game is only, like, what, 2 years old, I think? 2 or 3 years old?
Have not come to fruition. Now they're in a pretty dire circumstance.
So it's going to be a while. They say we won't get the workshop till like almost 2 years from now. So you gotta play the waiting game. And you gotta think of this too. Once we get the workshop, it's gonna take even longer for people to make characters for the game. Longer. That's another thing you gotta think about.
Right, forward air from Astra, not gonna do it. Neither will be up air, and there's Vachna's heaviness coming into play. Back air still going to be able to do it though. So first stock on the board. Alright, you can see Astra.
So it's going to be a minute before all this stuff happens.
Some kind of opening, some kind of, you know, down tilt or just raw fair, something that can take Shush off the stage and into that blast zone. But Shush right now just pouring out so many hitboxes, so much percent with the Vachna.
Ooh.
Yo, those parries been really
Astra's
good for
really
him.
Struggling to find this first stock, as they are now. Well, they found it, but they are still a stock down.
Yeah, I mean, Astra, he's going to be able to manage to get that one with the forward air, but in the end, with a full stock down onto a heavy, this isn't really where you want to be unless you can get the combos going. And right now, you can see a lot of the dash attacks, a lot of the down tilts from Astra trying to start up that big combo that's needed.
But it does seem... Whoa!
That's crazy.
That was a well-placed up air to take that first stock. I mean, first game. Yeah, we're still on the first stock.
Yeah, first game, final stock. Sometimes that is just how it be.
Curious to see. No, it does. No character switches moving into game 2. We'll see if that information gathering first game will be able to benefit Astra in any sort of way as we take it to Endless Abyss.
Yeah, Endless Abyss. Now, this is one of those stages that, at the very least, instead of Luna, Greninja loves a lot. You know, a relatively, slightly different in terms of the moveset, but I know that Astra has played the Greninja before, has, you know, had a lot of, you know, practice with either one, so understands, hey, you know what, this is what I know, this is what I enjoy, this is what I can play around. And right now, Shoes v Astra looking a little bit different when there's no platforms to play around.
That's right. While they still seem to be having a good time with the stage control, it does seem like Astra's finally being able to get in and do a little bit of combos, because as we saw last game, every single time Astra finally got in, he collided directly with a hitbox coming out from Shush. Oh, and...
Oh my lord.
That was another very potent up air usage right there.
Yeah, very, very potent here. But right now, Shush just going to be able to take stock number 1 on Astra's counter pick. I mean, this is the pick that Astra said, all right, well, this is what I know. This is what I enjoy. But in the end, Down Strong is the one that's going to be able to take that stock, but not until after Astra's already dropped a stock of his own. All right, we're starting to see the strings come on out for Astra.
Did manage to use Vlakna's own stage control against them, but I do feel like Shush is, you know, maybe feeling a little angry that stage control was used, because they're really picking up the pace here.
Yeah, looking for that up air, just barely not able to connect it. But we're seeing Shush still looking for these setups, and that's the thing that tells you whether or not a player is really locked in, really adapted, is whether or not the consistency of their setups is as consistent as, you know, against someone offline. But right now, Astra versus Shush still dragging it out toe to toe, blow for blow.
Made it from one side of the stage to another. Can Astra find their footing back on stage and take this stock? Or will they not, will they fall prey to another one of those dastardly up air kills? Does manage to find one.
Yeah, I mean, the side B kill going to come in clutch there as Astra, you know, managing to get right on past Shush there, was not able to see the shadow, but in the end, even out stock count, Astra versus Shush, very, very close.
Wow, now we're really picking up the pressure. Astra's finally finding some rhythm to this, as Shush is having a hard time themselves finding an opening, finding a way to get back into the lead. Astra's really putting on that pressure now.
Yeah, I mean, far from pressure, it's just straight up murder coming in from Astra. Going to be able to take game number 2 on his counter pick there. But either way, Shush right now, you can see they're just trying to figure out what can I do. You know, it's still relatively close, all things considered. So now that Shush has counter pick, Astra needs to figure out, how am I going to deal with a stage with many more of these platforms, because I'm almost certain that we're not going to be having an Endless Abyss run back.
And we are not. Same characters, but it looks like Shush is bringing it to Oh, I love this stage. High dive, hideaway. I do feel like out of the replays that I've seen while commentating, this is not a very popular stage, but I'm glad whenever anyone picks it because I love the monkeys on this stage.
Oh yeah, I mean the monkeys are always fun to see there. High dive, hideaway, a classic stage is what I would call it if it wasn't one of the most new stages in the game. But it's just so pretty, right? Like it's just so pretty. It's so open. Everyone loves this stage.
Oh, yeah.
And we can see Astra, managing to pull off the absurdly powerful tactic of just sit there and do nothing because it comes out on frame 0.
While that tactic may be powerful in some circumstances, it has left... Wow, actually, it's a pretty even game as one combo from Astra themselves has brought it back.
But right now, you can see Astra just trying to find a way to capitalize on this percent lead. This is Shush's counterpick. Remember this. So losing out on a stage like this would be disastrous for the Vakna, but in the end, Downstrong going to be able to take this Luna off stage and in so much trouble here.
That up air back then didn't necessarily kill. I don't know the specifics, but I do wonder if there's a sweet spot right at the tip that Shush has managed to
Oh my goodness.
learn how to hit pretty consistently.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, Shush right now just looking for that
chat,
opportunity, looking for these up airs. We know for a fact
unfortunately,
that
I got to
will
keep
kill at
this
percent. Shush
low because
right
I got
now
things I got to
just
do,
looking
unfortunately.
to opt for some sort of
But
dual aerial.
it's been good
One hits is
while it lasted.
that's when the stock will be completely deleted.
I probably won't get seen it now
There's
because
that
things
one.
just came up. Unfortunately, this is the curse I have to deal with, but it's all good.
All right, up airs, Astra going to be able to
so-
right back with an up air of his own there, and the dare up air.
Rival stuff coming out this
double
week.
fair to start things
Hopefully, I
off
can get
with
some
stock
Rivals
number
2 stuff out this
all
week
the
as far as
time.
the characters,
Astra is
playing with some of the
okay.
characters and stuff.
Astra
Hopefully, that can be a
is
thing.
going crazy with it, but Shush,
And
few aerial
you know what we're
strikes
doing? Still doing
able to
Halloween
take
Hard Jam
that
stuff.
lead
Thank you so
right
much
back.
for joining for this tournament run. Unfortunately, I got things I gotta do, and I'm getting a little bit
Shush is
tired.
very much looking for those one of those
And
back air kills.
Hope you have a good
as
rest of
we
your
see.
day. I'll see you on Tuesday.
But,
Maybe a video
you
might
know
drop
what?
Monday. I don't know, but
Astra's
we'll
bringing
see.
it back, got back on stage.
And y'all
now
stay
with
salty, y'all stay
percent,
janky.
and suddenly it's even
I'll see you
again.
soon.
They're both on opposite sides trying to use their projectiles
Peace.
to find some sort of